With a smile on his face, he thinks that the big star seems to be in quite a hurry to close the deal. Our guy pulls up for the meeting, and the actress greets him. She gets in the car and asks where they're headed. He replies, a luxury hotel for the EV meeting. Once there, she asks about the drama, and she's told it's a small project with a limited budget. Our guy's enthusiasm completely deflates when he hears the low figure of 5 million, and he questions the quality a project like that could possibly have. So, the actress tries to win him over, saying the plot is good and it's a fast turnaround, so she pulls out a script. Our boy waves off the script, saying he only cares about investing. He then offers to wire the money right then and there, and she's floored, having never seen an investor like him. But there's a catch. The young man lays down one condition: she needs to sign with his company as an artist. The actress points out she's already under contract, and breaking it would be expensive. But our guy says that's not a problem. The woman thinks he's handsome but is suspicious of his intentions, wondering if she should accept the offer. At this, the actress asks if he even has an entertainment company. Our young man replies that he'll create one if she agrees. He says he knows her current company doesn't value her, so he'll pay the termination fee, and the new agency will be all about her. Her friendship level jumps to 50, and she shyly asks if he has any special requirements. He says she needs to be a proper artist without any improper contact with others, but makes an exception for himself. Her friendship shoots up to 60, and she asks when they can sign. Our guy tells her to call him boss. Curious, she asks how old he is. The actress teases him about his age, questioning if he shouldn't be 18 instead of 20, since he's so young. Our guy smirks and says he was thinking of something else, so she calls him a little devil. After the food arrives, she thanks him for his help, but he says the only thanks he needs is for her to become a star. Just then, the system notifies him that he secured the contract and earned 20% of a company's shares. While eating, he thinks about telling his parents about his newfound wealth, so they don't freak out when he comes home. So he calls his dad, who congratulates him on his sharp eye for investments and the company's quick success. His dad calculates his annual income, and his mom jokes that he's been bragging to his friends about his son's success. Our young man asks if they want any gifts, but his dad tells him to stay humble and not get carried away. Ending the call, he invites her to do some shopping, and she accepts, playfully calling him her sugar daddy. After finishing their meal, she wipes her mouth, and our boy confirms they can head to the mall. They arrive at a super expensive watch store where an employee greets them at the entrance, leaving the actress completely stunned. Inside, she spots a familiar face and greets a senior actress named Lin-Ru, who's with an older man. The actress asks what she's doing there, and Lin-Ru hesitates a bit, but says she's just accompanying a friend. The older man comments that the young guy is talented and handsome, and the system analyzes him, showing his stats. The old man then asks who the boy is, and the veteran actress explains that he was in one of her old dramas. The extra then introduces himself as a film investor and offers his card to the actress with our guy. The veteran actress scoffs internally, thinking the other girl isn't on her level. Holding the card, the young woman reflects on how the industry is full of fake friends, just looking to take advantage. A salesperson asks our boy which watch he's looking for, and he says he hasn't seen anything interesting yet. Our guy then asks for models starting at 500,000, saying the cheaper ones aren't good enough for his mom. At this, the veteran actress is floored by the price, thinking about how long it would take a normal person to earn that much. The actress sits down and pretends to read a magazine, but she's secretly enjoying watching the other woman get put in her place by our guy. He walks over to her and asks if she's found a watch she likes, but the girl says she's just browsing since she can't afford them. Suddenly, the system gives our young man a random task: gift the actress a watch to strengthen their relationship, so he tells her to pick any one she wants. She politely turns down the offer, saying she'll buy her own accessory when she can afford it. Watching from afar, the veteran actress thinks they're just putting on a show and plans to embarrass them. The salesperson brings out a selection of expensive watches for our guy and helps him try on the models. As soon as one of the watches is on our young man's wrist, it practically glows, and the employee compliments how great it looks. The protagonist then asks the girl for her opinion, and she agrees the watch looks amazing on him. He mentions it's a bit loose, so the actress offers to tighten it on his wrist, leading him to make a pretty cheeky comment. The actress gets flustered by his comment, and her friendship level climbs to 70 thanks to our young man's flirting. Our young man wonders about the friendship increase, then stands up and tells the salesperson to wrap up both watches for him. Completely stunned, the store employee asks if our protagonist really wants to buy both luxury watches. At this, the veteran and the older man are in total shock over the 2 million purchase, questioning if he's just showing off. Our guy then asks the actress for help picking a watch for his mom, and the girl points to a very elegant model. With that, the salesperson praises her choice and details the prices of the watches, which cost over 800,000 each. He then asks the girl to try on the accessory so he can see how it looks on her wrist. Our young man remarks that the watches are way better than the cheap model on the woman behind them, who gets furious when she hears it. Ignoring their reaction, our boy asks to have all 4 watches wrapped up and hands over his card for payment. Right after paying, the girl gets ready to take off the watch she tried on to give it back to the salesperson. But our guy grabs her hand and tells her she doesn't have to, because that accessory is now a gift for her. Completely embarrassed, the actress refuses the gift, saying it's way too expensive for her to accept. He insists, saying it's just a little something and that it's already paid for, so there's no returning it. The girl still tries to refuse, but he explains that the watch doesn't suit his mom and that it's a welcome gift. Our young man then gives her a serious look and asks if she's trying to disrespect him in front of everyone. Realizing he's her future boss, she accepts the gift, and her friendship level rises to 75. The salesperson then hands over the receipt for over $4 million and also offers them a special gift from the store. At that moment, the veteran actress is fuming, wondering how a rookie could get a watch more expensive than hers. She then asks about her gift, but the salesperson says that, unfortunately, there isn't one available for her. With that, the older man gets furious that his plans are ruined and storms out of the store, annoyed with the whole thing. The salesperson then asks the veteran if she still wants the watch, but the woman, embarrassed, refuses and leaves. Just then, the system announces the mission was a success and offers a random cashback reward to our guy. He accepts immediately, and the system congratulates him on getting a return of $13,165,000. He then checks his phone, confirms the transfer, and with a profit of $8 million, decides to buy more gifts. They arrive at a handbag store, and our boy asks which model she wants, but the girl shyly refuses the gift. Ignoring her refusal, he asks the saleswoman for the most popular models, and the woman shows him 2 bags. Our guy then asks her to run his card and buys both luxury bags for the actress without even hesitating. The saleswoman informs him the total is $120,000 and tells him he's now a store member with access to future events. Seeing him spend so much money, the girl is impressed by the power and generosity of her new boss. After shopping, she thanks him and invites him up to her apartment for a drink as a way of showing her gratitude. He jokes that he needs to protect himself because if he gets tipsy, she might take advantage of him, which makes the girl blush. Our young man says he's just kidding, says goodbye, thanks her for the company, and leaves the actress behind. She watches his car drive away, thinking that he's actually a good guy, and her friendship level climbs to 80. With the friendship at 80, our guy thinks he's close to winning her over and that with just a little more effort, she'll fall for him. While driving, our boy smiles confidently, thinking that soon the actress will be all his. Half an hour later, he arrives at the luxury villa, where the manager greets him, letting him know his bath is already drawn. The woman watches him in the pool and thinks she needs to provide excellent service for such an important client. Relaxing in the water, our young man asks the manager if they have any special, expensive dishes on the menu. The employee then explains that the hotel offers various luxury cuisines like Chinese, French, and Japanese. At this, she recommends special dishes like yellow croaker and white truffles, which are the house specialties. He recognizes the super expensive ingredients and thinks he can finally use an item he got from the system. Getting out of the pool, our boy walks up to the girl and asks her to arrange a relaxing massage for him. The manager agrees right away and says they can go to his room for the massage session to begin. Once in the room, the woman prepares to start the massage while our protagonist lies down on the bed, waiting. With that, the girl gets on the bed and positions herself to start the massage on our young man's back. She takes a vial and pours a bit of massage oil into her hands to get started. Our boy is then surprised to realize it's a much more elaborate aromatherapy massage. The woman says the hotel's spa is a specialty and tells him to close his eyes and just relax his body. And so, she begins the massage on his back, and our protagonist seems to be enjoying the moment of relaxation. The manager continues with the massage, and our boy gets a little flustered. With a seductive look, the woman seems to be offering a much more special service than he expected. At this point, the intensity of the moment ramps up, and our young man starts to pick up on the woman's real intentions. He then wonders if he's overthinking things or if the manager is really offering an extra service. The manager announces the service is over and says she'll pick him up tomorrow for the car event, leaving our guy a bit disappointed, as he was expecting more. The next day, the car show is packed with various luxury models and tons of important people snapping photos of everything. Our protagonist arrives at the hall and checks out the place alone, since his friend had something come up and couldn't make it. He thinks the cars are cool, but the prices don't impress him, as the most expensive one is only $2,200,000. Suddenly, our young man spots a familiar group and wonders why all his old classmates are gathered there. Looking closer, he recognizes someone and discovers that she's working at the event as a car model. The girl looks stunning in her red dress, catching the eye of everyone present with her beauty at the event. A guy then asks what time she gets off work, but another classmate tells him not to bother her, calling him just a snob. The model overhears the conversation but doesn't respond, simply continuing with her job. Our boy then walks up to the guys, who are surprised to see him, asking what he's doing at the event. He then questions if they organized some secret outing, since nobody invited him to join. One of the classmates thinks angrily that they left him out of the trip on purpose and didn't expect to run into him. The guy with green hair points to another friend and sarcastically says our guy should ask him. At this, two girls comment that he's gotten much more handsome, and one even asks if he's had plastic surgery. The green-haired friend hugs him and says even his voice has changed. Then our boy asks if they're there to buy a car. One of the female classmates says they're just there to check out the models by the cars. Just then, the system displays the girl's stats, and our young man is shocked by her high friendship level and privacy value. He wonders why the friendship is so high since they barely ever talk. The green-haired friend then interrupts him, asking why he's so lost in thought. The green-haired guy bumps into our guy, who tells him to watch it. The friend asks if he's lost his mind for acting so strange. Ignoring the commotion, our young man approaches the model and gives her a wave, complimenting her beauty and her red dress. The girl smiles and asks if he's at the event too, and our guy says he's just checking out the luxury cars. He then turns to his classmates and asks if they're going to buy a car, but the other guy chews him out for the bold comment and starts talking about the car. Our protagonist compliments him on knowing so much about cars, and the classmate explains the model costs over 5 million. With a smirk on his face, he provokes the guy, asking if he's going to buy the car since he knows so much about it. The model then cuts in and telling them to stop because she's working and they can't be making a scene. The classmate then uses the situation to his advantage and asks the girl for help choosing a car as a gift for his high test scores. Girl gets uncomfortable and declines, saying she doesn't know much about cars and suggests he talk to a salesperson. The guy insists on talking to her, and our guy accuses him of using the purchase as an excuse to chat up the girl. The classmate challenges him to buy a car, and our young man provokes him by asking if the car comes with the model as a bonus. The girl finds the joke funny and comments that he's pretty bold for asking such a direct question in front of everyone. The classmate gets annoyed and tells him to stop showing off since she's working, but our young man says he's serious. At that moment, the event manager notices the commotion and heads over to deal with the problem. The manager then approaches and scolds the girl for chatting on the job, and she apologizes immediately. The rival then blames him for the scolding and challenges him to buy a car, since he's disrupting the model's work. Our guy then repeats his question, saying the car looks more attractive with the model next to it. The manager notices the expensive watch on his wrist and has a change of heart, saying that if he buys the car, the model goes with it. Without hesitating, our young man pulls out his credit card and tells the manager to run the full purchase price right then and there. All the classmates are in shock, since the car costs over 8 million, and they can't believe he can afford it all. The female classmate in the pink dress is impressed and wonders if he really has 8 million to drop all at once. The rival then accuses him of lying just to get the girl in trouble, but our boy calls him an idiot for thinking that. With a smile, the manager confirms that the sales commission will be credited to the girl. With that, her friendship level jumps to 80, and our guy reminds the manager that the model is included in the car purchase. The classmate is furious, thinking he's going to make up an excuse not to buy it, and plans to humiliate him if that happens. Our young man hands over the card and asks if he can take the car today, and the manager invites him to sit down and finalize the deal. The card machine then approves the transaction, and the payment of over 8 million goes through without a hitch. With the payment complete, the manager smiles and asks the model to take good care of our young man while he handles the paperwork. The rival is stunned to see he actually spent 8 million and realizes he's been completely humiliated in front of everyone.